Hi guys. Um, a couple of things. I did speed this up. The original process, the original video actually was almost exactly 30 minutes long. So, and this is, it's really hard. I don't know, for those of you who don't record video, you don't have any clue what it's like. For those of you who do record video, I'm sure that you know that when that camera is on, no matter how much you tell yourself that it doesn't matter that there's a camera on, it still definitely does affect you. So my drawings that I do like this on camera are not, they're not my absolute best. I mean, I can do even better. But part of that as well is because I can pick my board up, or in this case, my journal, and I can hold it up at an angle, which is my preferred way of drawing, but I haven't found a good camera setup to do that. And as well, I have a tendency to like to actually draw with my knees up, and my, board or my journal laying on my knees. So and that would be really weird camera angle to try to record. So as much as, my drawings aren't perfect because I'm doing them the way I am, and I know in my somewhere in my mental um, awareness that there's a camera recording me. I did try with this one to do a little bit more of a detailed in-depth drawing, but I did have to speed it up because this is YouTube, and watching the whole 30 minutes for those people who aren't interested in learning how I draw, that would be boring. For those of you who are interested in learning how I draw, then hopefully you're a member of Art Geeks, because the Art Geeks members this month will receive this same video, except they'll get the full real-time 30 minutes of viewing time so that they can watch it with, of course, my talking them through the process. But nonetheless, to do something like this, the first thing I do is just find a face that I can use as a photo reference. Now, I do have my own photos for photo reference. I have photos of my daughter, photos of my granddaughter. Those are what I typically use to draw from. But since this is just an art journal, and because I don't necessarily want to share my source photos out there with the world, because they are mine, and I'm not, it's not like I'm offering this for sale or anything. So I just used a picture out of a magazine. And I specifically was going for a picture that was not a straight on, um, view of the face, because I think I have a lot of students who are beginning to become curious. I have a lot of beginning drawing students who have reached the point where they kind of want to start learning how to draw more than just the straight on face. So that's kind of why I even put this together. I have to apologize for the camera focus, but if I don't keep it turned on when I'm drawing, then it slowly gets fuzzy. So it does on occasion when I do crazy things with my hand, or when my camera just decides the lighting is off a little, it refocuses. So you'll have to just ignore that part of it. But I guess that's pretty much about it. If you want to learn, about all the materials I'm using, why I use what I use, why I do what I do, then you definitely want to be a member of ArtGeeks, because you'll get all that information this month. We've also done eyes this month, very in depth, and later today I will be recording noses. So those will be some fun videos, I think, for anyone who's really interested and curious in learning more about how I draw. Not more about drawing, because there's a million free and paid classes and videos on just how to draw. But this is just about how I draw faces. But if you're interested in that, and there's obviously tons and tons and tons, hundreds of videos that are there from previous ArtGeeks months and prompts, that including old ones, that are also available as soon as you become a member. So it's really way underpriced, in my opinion, especially considering the competitive classes that are out there are actually a lot more expensive. And I'm not sure they give as much real-time, in-depth teaching. They kind of just do prompts and stuff. Anyway, and not that I'm, saying anything bad about any other of those types of classes, but you do get different levels of teaching, and different teaching styles with the different communities, such as that. And then of course you have the free ones as well. I think that's it pretty much. It may look like I focus going back over things that I've already drawn, but the truth is that first I'm readjusting each time I do it. And then also I put a lot of preliminary lines down that aren't necessarily going to always be the finished lines that I want to keep. So oftentimes I'm going back in and I'm erasing something and slightly adjusting it, and then other times I'm just trying to build up depth and contrast, with the drawing, which is, it's key and it's important to do, and you don't do that by just using the same pencil the entire time, the entire way through, unless you have a really, really great, skill level and ability to do that. But usually, for me anyway, I accomplish that with using different grades of leads. So I go everywhere from a 3H all the way up to a 6B, and then I actually even use, for my darkest darks, I actually use a Stabilo all aquarellable pencil. You can also use a charcoal pencil if like a black charcoal, if you don't have a water-based graphite pencil to use. I like the water-based graphite pencil for my darkest darks, but I also like that because I use watercolor with these types of faces more often than not. I definitely always use wet media. So for me, that works well because it'll blend nicely. Other than that, I think I'm just going to leave you with the last bits of the drawing. The only thing I want to do a kind of quickly touch on, which I'll touch on again in my Friday vlog for tomorrow, but someone asked me about the paper I use. I use a variety of different types of paper, a variety of different journals. There's no set one. I rarely use watercolor paper, and if I do, I will say so. Most of the paper that I've been using the last few videos has been sketch weight paper, so very thin. The particular one in this video is, let me look, might take me a minute here, bear with me, 65-pound sketch weight paper. This is not heavy paper. I think that it is a misnomer, or a myth is a good word, I guess, to use, that you can only use heavy, paper or watercolor paper or file folder paper in order to create beautiful art journals. You don't have to. And I can prove it by every video I make. And I definitely use wet media with all of my work. So that's what I'm using here. And other than that, I just wanted to reiterate that I do 5 videos a week. I do 3 videos on this channel that are art oriented, and then I do 2 videos on my vlogging channel. One is about my vegan diet, the food that I'm eating in my vegan lifestyle, and that's usually a What I Ate Wednesday. And then every Friday I do an actual vlog where I talk about everything, my vegan lifestyle, art, answer questions that have been asked. So even if you're subscribed to this channel and you're not necessarily interested in the What I Ate Wednesday video, if you are interested in hearing advice from me about art, answering questions that people ask me, then you do want to subscribe to my other channel. There is a link in the description below for that channel. So I won't be putting any more vlogs or advice videos over on this channel. I just want this channel to strictly be pretty much you seeing the art, and on occasion like today you hearing me talk. Sometimes I don't even talk through them, I just play a little bit of background music. But that's what I want this channel to just entirely focus on, is making art. Also too, I like to do DIY stuff. I love to do things that I find on Pinterest or that I pin to Pinterest myself, and I'm very active on Pinterest, and all of that type of more crafty, creative stuff is definitely going to be over on my vlogging channel. I'm not going to put the DIY stuff over here or the Pinterest things or anything like that. So I hope that if you are subscribed to this channel and not the other one, that you go head over there and subscribe to it. And I hope if you like this video and you like seeing me work through these types of drawings and pages, that you like this video. And I will be finishing this in, I think it's my Tuesday video, which is when I do another art journal page, I will come back in and I will finish this page. And that means I will be incorporating watercolor or acrylics or something. You know, I'll be putting color on it, and I will be basically finishing out the page, doing my journaling on it, that type of thing. So stay tuned for that, and I think that'll come out on Tuesday. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you at the next video.